What's up? It's Sunday morning. Welcome to church with Father Mo. Good to see so many members of the congregation faithfully showing up to pray on the modular synthesizer here. Not much to recap for now. The videos have been a little bit sparse, but I upload when I can, and I'm working on many things at once. Actually, today I wanted to make a video of the Wingy 2, but I didn't bring the correct adapters, so I couldn't pull that off. But whatever, I'm going to keep on trucking here. I certainly do have a plan for today. In fact, I even went back to the Nord Micro Modular manual to remind myself of how to patch the sequencers so that I could get it right. So without further ado, let's dive right in here as we normally do. Okay, so today's patch. There was one I did a couple videos back where I had two unlocked melodies. Or two melodies following two different irregular clocks. Today we're going to do something similar to that, but in a more complicated way. Basically, this is going to be a two-part process. Number one, I hope to get a system with two sequencers up and running, and each sequencer running at 32 steps. 32. And once you've done that, when the 32 steps are running in time, we will move on to breaking it up and having them run on different times. But step one, where our first save point, will be to get them both running in sync. So let's try to do that now. Definitely going to need some event sequencers. And some note sequencers. I can do it with this one, right? Yeah, A. Good old A. So there we have it. We got a 16-stepper here. I guess we'll probably need two for that as well. I don't think I can make it go from step 16 to step 17 here. I don't think it runs that way. And then, crazy enough, I'm going to have to run this all twice. Since we know we're doing this, let's make these two columns completely devoted to logic and to note programming. And instead of putting the oscillators in column 2, we'll put them in column 3 today. I'm going to probably take a couple of Bs. Going to make them sound analog-ish. And I'm going to put their filters in this same column just because they got to go somewhere. Everything got to go somewhere. And space is limited. Let's try this one for this one. So we got two of the same oscillator to start. They'll be playing different, octaves and whatever, and waves. And then we got two different filters. This one will probably be in bandpass mode. And we're going to need some envelopes. As I often do, I'm going to save some processing power by using AD envelopes. And they may go into some effects, but for now, let's just plug them into the mixer. It's simple enough. So we'll give this oscillator second oscillator to second filter to second env. First filter, first env. So that's our audio chain in red. Obviously, sine waves are going to be no good here. Let's be a little bit stereotypical. I'm going to put sawtooth. I tried it before. Let's try triangle for what's going to be our bass. We'll drop him down an octave to E3, leave him at E4, put this guy on square wave, we'll give him some pulse, and he's going to go into the bandpass filter, so we can sweep that a bit later. And, oh, we're going to need some fancy, because we have double sequencers for each of these, we're going to need some more things. We're going to need logic processors. And we're going to set them to OR. And the function here is that the events coming out of the sequencers, either one will trigger, when it's his turn, trigger the envelope. Did I get that right? Here to here. And the same thing here, the output of the first one and the second one. There could be a smarter way to do this in the Nord Micromodular. I don't know what that might be. But my processing load isn't too crazy yet, so I think we're still okay here for now. So you can't see it, but I got a sheet printed out from the Nord Micromodular manual, and I'm going to do this now. So, clocking. Take 24 pulses, and we're going to give him to the sequencers. Oh, why is it going so friggin' fast? Well, let's put on 4. And here. Now, we're also going to give it to these sequencers. So it's all the same clock still. As I said, we'll worry about weird clocks later. But here's the key. We take the link out of this one, and we plug it into the reset in of this one. That means when this guy hits the end of his thing, he says, I'm going to go to step 17 now, and this guy is going to treat his number 1 as the first one of 17. And how do we make that work properly? We turn the loop off. It still may not be running properly yet, but that's how it's supposed to do. The reset. My example used a different clock, so let's cheat and do exactly the way they did it. I'm going to have to go into settings for a second here. This is getting crazy. MIDI. Yeah, that looks fine. Synth settings. So MIDI clock internal, good. Rate, 54 is a bit slow. Why don't we set it to 110? So usually I like to use clock gen, but today I'm following my my pre-made example here. So instead of that, I'm going to use MIDI clock. So here's a module we have not seen. Where is he? MIDI global. It's probably more cost effective anyway. And we're also going to give MIDI global to fixed clock divider, because that's the way our model is set up. So clock, which is 100, goes into MIDI clock, and sync goes into reset, and then see, these have all turned white here because they don't have a source, but I'm going to give them a source, which is 16, and they all turned yellow again. And that looks like the right one. So, oh, I see what I needed to do. Okay, great. So not only do I have to turn these locks off, but I have to turn these locks, these steps, to 32, because he is going to loop, but he's going to be quiet for the second half of the 32 steps. So that should probably be the key. You know, this stuff is probably only interesting to actual Nord Modular users. If you have a real or a Eurorack modular or some other hardware, you don't have to do this tedious, sequencer programming. There's probably some other tedious way yours will do it. But, I wonder as well. Maybe we should do the exact same thing for the event sequencers. So we've got clock, and then we got link out. So we should turn these off, turn these bad boys to 32. Still no audio except Frank's annoying voice. And then we should send link out to reset in, whereas normal reset should probably go to here. Who's this guy already plugged into? Oops. So not that. Normal reset goes to 16. That's what it says on my model. No. Normal reset goes to sync. So the sequencers on the left get their reset from sync, and the sequencers on the right get their reset, as you can see here, from the link that goes to them. So yeah, just to recap, this guy's 32 steps long. When he reaches the end of his sequence, he tells the next sequencer, hey, it's your turn, buddy. And this guy goes, awesome, thanks. And he runs for 16 beats, and then he stops. He doesn't loop because he only plays when the reset tells him to play. He does loop, but for the second half of his loop, he doesn't do anything. And the same thing is happening here and here. Although it looks like here I haven't set it up yet. There's the reset, link to reset. You can see link to reset. These are all on 16 with their loops turned off. These are all on 32 with their loops turned on. And even now as I watch the green blinking lights, they seem to be running properly. Why is this guy... So according to my... Yeah, I don't get it. Maybe this reset is wrong. Okay, I think I almost got it. Anybody else bored yet? Sorry about that. Anyway, why don't we, rather than talking about it, why don't we make some notes and see if we get something that doesn't completely suck. So I'm going to plug in some notes here. Wow, that's an interesting screw up. Okay. I linked this sequencer to this one, but then the outputs of the second one are going to a different oscillator. So what I gotta do is I'm gonna speed it up by doing this. Deleting all the outputs. Let's just try that again. Logic processor. Maybe that's the lesson of today's video, is don't be afraid to get things wrong, because you will. So set this to OR, and then I should have the OR from the top two guys here, and the output running to one envelope. Now you can hear it's not playing one octave higher than the other, which is good. These random notes should be played by the oscillator in the other octave. There we go. So let's plug in some notes here. I'm going to give him even the tempo is a bit fast for my tastes, but I'll get over it. Oh yeah, so now we're going to have to figure out how to mix these signals. The cheaty way should be to do this. Since he has 2 pitch inputs, I should be able to max these out. Yep. Okay, and I'll stick with the cheaty way. If I needed more than 2 sequencers, I was going to use control mixers, but it's working, so let's not break what's working. Let's just do it. I'm going to turn these up to max. And as I said, it's going too fast, so let's try 75. Cool. See, I can hear him go. Dee-doo. Because of the open decay. Not bad. Let me get a bit of sound tweaking in for these bad boys here. Nice. Getting a lot of juice out of the triangle wave. There's a more typical sawtooth. Let's give him by the way, if you can't tell, this is what I was trying to do, so I'm actually feeling kind of good right now. Or I'm getting close to what I was aiming for, which is always a good feeling. Clocked random step generator for sure. Love it. You know what I'm going to do here. It's not rocket science. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Fed it the undivided clock. It's too much clock. Gotta feed him 16 here. There we go. Cool. So this guy, I wonder if we feed him the same one, if we get something good. Pretty neat, actually. Can't be this lucky to feed him the same one, can we? Kind of neat. I'm going to leave it there for now. So the one thing I said I was going to do before saving was set a note sequence that I liked, and I'm basically at that point now. These few octaves are fine, but it's not really a sequence. So let's play around till we get a good sequence going. Give him some more notes in general. Give him some 4-note sequences here. Yeah. Some of these I'm not liking so much. Yep, I heard you. I think it's you. It's kind of a fiddly way to input a sequence. Modulars, of course, have better ways of doing this. MIDI keyboards. But, I guess it's a traditional method nowadays. We've been doing it for a hell of a long time. Getting closer. It's good. I'm not sure if I love this filter. Let's give him a different... Might have to go back to classic low pass again, but I mean, if it does the job, then let him do his job, kind of thing. Definitely going to give him a different clocked random step generator. Yeah, it's already better, see? They have a little variation. This one is on 18 dB and this guy's on 24 as default. It's the so-called Moogie filter sound. I like it how it is now. I think that's step one. So, we're gonna name this bad boy something. Let's name him 19 C64. It's a Commodore joke, but it means 64 steps, even though it's 2 times 32 steps, but whatever. It's just a placeholder, really, to remind ourselves. And even before I destroy the clock sequence, I'm gonna blow a little bit of my CPU processing power by making some drums. Something weird happened to the sequencer there. How much processing power do we have left? I don't suppose we can get a phaser in here. Come on. 12. Yeah. Just barely, baby. Up to 96. So all I need now is a 3-channel mixer. And I can do it, baby. I'm at 97. So what I did was 3 drum sounds. They're going into the 3 inputs of the mixer. Oh, I've wired this up a little bit wrong. Come on. Be cool, man. Be cool. Now the output of the mixer is going to go into the phaser. And the phaser is going to go into the final mixer that goes into the output. So our drums are going to have neat phasing on them of some kind. So let's see what we can come up with this bad boy. We've kicked and snared to death on the other one, so let's try some toms and percussion. See if we can get something neat. Keep thinking about that temple patch you made before. That was cool. Oh, I'm gonna need to sequence these jerks, damn it. Oh, I guess I can use these. Okay. So channel 2 of the event sequencer. Oh, I'm gonna have to make those things again. Getting close to running out of stuff. I wonder if I can do one more. Oh, so lucky. Wow, if you look at it, the load is at 100.1%, but it's still working. So what did I do there? I made 2 logic processors, so I can send the outputs of these to one drum. They're still set to OR. I can set the outputs of these to my second drum, and my third drum will be a random pattern thingy, as we've seen me do so many times. Feed him the clock, and he will get to do drum 3. So we have 2 programmed and 1 random. That's the symbol that you're hearing now. Interesting tonalities there. I'm wondering, let's switch this guy to perk 3. I think I liked symbol 2. Let's see what we get here. As usual, I've misprogrammed the 1. So my 1 here actually starts on 5, but it really doesn't matter. Well, the symbol isn't really working. You can barely hear one of these. Let's do some muting. Just trying to figure out. Yeah. No. Oh, I've totally eaten up all my processors here. I was gonna go to randomness for the other 2 drums, but I just can't make it work. Oh, maybe this is the problem. I didn't plug this in. There we go. That's what I was missing. called perk. It's really more of a kick, but kind of like it. Let's bring the boys back in here. Kind of cool. Is that good? I think it's kind of good. Can't do it too much. Maybe this? No. Still not sold. I'm gonna keep tweaking until I'm actually sold. This is gonna be. This is programmable, right? Yeah. So let's clear these out here. Shut this guy up for a sec. Must have left something still up there. There it is. Weird beat now. Kind of pleasantly weird. Too crazy. Go back to this guy. Force him to not be crazy. It's not even a cymbal at all. Gotta give him some randomness. Maybe that's okay. There we go. Finally, I think I got it. So let's listen to that for a bit. Let's see if we got the right snare. It's good. Close. It's actually neat, yeah. Something I can still do. Maybe this guy. Yeah, that's cool, man. Can't believe I've gotten here before. I've reached 100%.1 on the load before. I didn't think I'd actually be able to do it in a live recording, but yeah, here we are. So this is it with the good clock stuff. I will still destroy that clock, but I think this is actually probably going to be better. Let's save them in there. Oh, I have to delete the patch Energy Turtle. I love Energy Turtle. Oh well, it's been backed up. Yeah, I like that. I don't even think I'm going to wreck this clock today. I think I just like it as it is. Probably going to use this one in the ambient stuff I'm going to record later. In fact, I'm thinking of even mixing that as part of a live session here. Oh, the one thing I didn't tweak with the phaser. Oh, but I can't give him any more modules. I guess I can give him this. Should be nice and weird. Yeah, it's nice and weird. But yeah, as I said, we'll see this one again in the mix downs and in the final recordings. Cool. I think that sometimes you just gotta stop when you're done, and I think I got there, and I got an idea for my next one. So I'll be back soon. Thank you for joining us in church. Don't forget to tip your priest, I guess.